locations: 1456 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, and Route 11 South in Chambersburg.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
the Berkeley County Health Department, Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, CMA Honda, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Smallwood and Small Insurance, and WVU Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center, and Jefferson Medical Center.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Cardinal Coliseum as we get ready for Spring Mills boys basketball as the Cardinals getting ready to take on Fort Hill of Maryland. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Colin McLaughlin. On cameras this evening, John Alderton and Harry Brown. Back in the studio is Spencer Dupuis. It's a 1-0 Spring Mills Cardinals team versus an 0-1 Fort Hill team. And Colin, interesting matchup. A team that was 2-8 a year ago for Spring Mills, and we'll hear from their coach in just a few moments. He pretty much said, Coach Samples, that they cleaned house. I mean, they are a young team, and on the other side, Fort Hill did not get to play in 2020 due to the state of Maryland COVID rules, finishing 9-15 back in 2019-2020. But they're also kind of in a weird situation because they just won a state championship in football, so like half their team has just started practicing, and we got a pretty good matchup, at least on paper, between these two teams.
Yeah, it's a battle of the opposites for these two. As you said, Spring Mills, a very underclassmen-oriented team with 4 juniors, 4 sophomores, 4 freshmen, and no seniors on the roster. And then it's the opposite for Fort Hill. It's all upperclassmen. You got 5 seniors and 8 juniors. So it'll be interesting to see if experience is what leads Fort Hill to a victory tonight, or if they still need to get their feet under them when it comes to the hardwood because they're so used to the turf, with the majority of them being on that state championship football team, as you said.
Yeah, and they struggled in a lot of key things to winning basketball games in their first game, struggled to make shots, struggled to rebound. So it's a tough one, as it looks like Fort Hill will hold on to win this JV game by a score of 48-43. And we'll get ready for varsity action here in just a few moments. But for both these teams, as you mentioned, kind of the opposite on paper, but Coach Samples seems very excited about his freshmen, and there are a ton of freshmen in this Spring Mills program. You mentioned the 4 on the varsity squad, but also, I believe, 3 on JV, and then a full freshman team. So they are young and they are inexperienced, but sometimes that can play to your advantage when you are young and inexperienced, because if you don't know what to expect, then there's no expectations, really.
Yeah, and Spring Mills, as you already said, 1-0 on the year, and it's a win over Millbrook by a final score of 56-49. And Millbrook's a team that we saw last week there at the Musselman Tip-Off Classic, Nick, up against Musselman, and Musselman got the win against them as well with a very similar final score. So it'll be interesting to see how maybe that compares to what level of play we'll see from Spring Mills tonight, even though it's against Fort Hill, who is also somebody that we're not really familiar with because it's an out-of-state team being from the Cumberland, Maryland area there. And right down the road from us is a Spring Mill rival as well as a Fort Hill rival in Hedgesville-Allegheny that's going on tonight as well, being the only other EPAC match tonight.
And surprisingly, too, Colin, these two teams will actually meet twice this season. They have a little bit of a history. Coach Samples, back when he was at Hampshire, used to play Fort Hill. So a little bit of a history between the coaches, and they know each other pretty well. So it should be an interesting matchup. Here on the Johnny's Tip-Off Show, we're getting you set for high school boys basketball action. Johnny's has all of your game day food and drink needs, including delicious wings, meatballs, shrimp, burgers, and hot dogs. If you need a way to serve it all up, they got you covered with party trays, utensils, plates, cups, and more. That's Johnny's Express, located at 1456 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. We'll take a quick break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from the coaches for these two teams. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
The Mid-Atlantic Group has been serving the area's insurance needs for 40 years. We are an independent insurance agency, therefore we can offer insurance from many insurance companies. Find the right coverage at the right price with Easy Payment Plan. Located at 201 West Martin Street in Martinsburg, the Mid-Atlantic Group is easily accessible from Morgan, Jefferson, and Berkeley County. To set up an appointment with a local insurance professional, give them a call today at 304-267-8989. That's the Mid-Atlantic Group at 201 West Martin Street in Martinsburg. Let them help insure you today.
Home Helpers of the Eastern Panhandle, making life easier for you, your family, and especially your loved ones that need their care. They are locally owned and searching for smiling faces to hire so that your loved one can stay in their home where they are the happiest. Call 304-433-8000 or visit homehelpershomecare.com/panhandle. Or you can visit them at 3192 Winchester Avenue right here in Martinsburg. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
We welcome you back to Spring Mills High School as we get ready for Spring Mills and Fort Hill boys varsity basketball action. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Colin McLaughlin. We'll go now and be joined by head coach of the Spring Mills Cardinals, Luke Samples. I'm joined by head coach of the Spring Mills Cardinals, Luke Samples. Coach, you guys have a young team this year. What are some of the goals for the season? Able to get that first win, too. So what did you kind of take away from that first game?
Well, man, we want to win the next game. We're just trying to win the next game. Tonight is Fort Hill. So our goals are very short term, get better every day in practice, every game improve, and win the next game.
After kind of a down year last year, what were some things in the offseason that you wanted to work on and get your team ready for this year?
Well, we hit the reset button, man. We start 3 freshmen and 2 juniors. We don't have a senior on our whole team. So we hit the reset button. Whoever showed up in the gym, in the weight room, that's who made the team this year. And the kids really bought in. We had like 30-some freshmen try out this year. We moved like 7 freshmen up to JV and varsity, 4 on varsity. And the other guys really stepped up. I mean, we have 20 kids in JV and varsity, and we have 12 on freshmen. So we have 32 kids, and we don't have a senior. So really, we just hit the reset button, and what was most important for us is weight room and in the gym. If we're doing something, you need to be here.
What have you seen out of that freshman class? You mentioned 3 of them on varsity, a few on JV, and obviously you guys have a freshman team as well. So, a lot of talent, or at least a lot of guys involved in the program. So what have you seen from that class in particular that stands out?
I mean, they're chasing the same thing I am, to be competitive every night. They have a high basketball IQ, and they're fearless. They don't care if they're playing Martinsburg. They don't care if they're playing Hedgeville. They don't care if they're playing Fort Hill. They're going to bring everything they have, and they're fearless. They want to play these guys. They want to be on the same floor as these teams. And eventually, man, their goal is to hang a banner of some sort in this gym. I mean, we have the same goals, and it's really good to have guys with me that have the same goal as I do. Tireless workers, gym rats, and they believe in the weight room. So it's really good.
And Coach, this Fort Hill team, they didn't get to play last year due to the state of Maryland rules with COVID-19. So how hard was that to kind of prepare without a whole lot of film on them, and also them not playing last year? They're going to be hungry to get back on the court and get some wins.
Yeah, we saw Friday night. They won a state title in football, so the football guys are just getting right back into it. But, I mean, they have a kid with 6 Division I football offers, so we don't have that. So, yeah, they're big, they're strong, they're athletic. Coach Byrne does a great job. We play them twice every year. And, again, man, they have seniors and juniors. And when you're playing seniors and juniors and you have freshmen and juniors and sophomores, it's a big difference, man. It's a big difference. So we expect them to come and, ever since I've been at Hampshire, Fort Hill's going to come and they're going to give you everything you ask for. And again, I don't know what to expect. We played pretty good against Millbrook. Held on to the end. So with freshmen, you don't know. I'm just expecting them to come out, play hard, and execute.
All right, Coach, thank you, and good luck tonight.
Thanks, man.
So that was Coach Luke Samples, and now we'll hear from head coach of Fort of last year. Started the season with a loss, but what was it like to get back on the court and get a chance to play?
It's just great to see kids get an opportunity to play basketball. I think they're excited for the opportunity. You take a look at last year's seniors that didn't get a chance to finish out their career by playing any basketball. And, you just try to stress the kids that, you want to do it the best that you can every single day because you never know when you're not going to get that opportunity.
What did you guys kind of take away and learn from that first game of the season?
We got a lot of work to do. Fort Hills, we're noted for football, so we just won a football state championship about a week and a half ago. So that's like half our team. So you practice for a couple days and you try to make it work within about 3 or 4 days of practice. And, kids are doing the best that they can. That's all we can ask.
So you mentioned coming off of kind of a short week of practice or not a whole lot of practice in the off season. So entering this year, and what are some of your goals for the season?
One day at a time, especially this time of year. We try to. At this point, we're practicing probably less than we're playing games. So by the end of this week, we'll have played 4 games, and we probably practiced about the same. So you kind of got to take it with a grain of salt and do the best that you can, and hopefully your team improves. And I think we have a group of kids that want to do that.
You guys have played Spring Mills, over the years in the past. I think they said that you guys played 2 times this year. They got a really young team. What kind of stands out to you about them and what you've seen so far? Obviously, they've only played 1 game as well, though.
They've got some really good guards. They shoot it well. Number 22 does. Good guard in 2, 15. Luke's kids are always going to play well. I've known Luke for a long time. I have a great relationship with him, and his kids are going to come out.
What are some of the keys for you guys to get a victory tonight?
Play defense and try to out-rebound the other team. We didn't do a very good job of that the first time, so hopefully we're better at it tonight.
All right, Coach, thank you and good luck tonight.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Oh, you're good. So good stuff from both those coaches. Colin, our coaches' interviews brought to you by Sunset Car Wash, located at 440 Williamsport Pike in Martinsburg. Sunset Car Wash specializes in keeping your car clean, from their famous 3-minute cloth wash to their touchless automatic and 6 self-serve bays. They offer whatever preference you have for your car wash needs. Take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll continue to break down this matchup between Spring Mills and Fort Hill. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast, and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
Pay later at Modern Renovations in Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Whether you're heading to a high school, college, or professional football game, Johnny's has all your tailgating go-tos. Delicious wings, meatballs, shrimp, burgers, and dogs. Plus, Johnny's has everything you need to serve it all up. Party trays, utensils, plates, cups, and more. Stop by either of our 2 great locations, 1456 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg and Route 11 South in Chambersburg.
Welcome back to Spring Mills High School as we get ready for West Virginia High School basketball action between Spring Mills and Fort Hill of Maryland. Colin, you have some numbers from the last time these two teams met. And how'd that go for these two teams?
Yeah, the last time these two teams met was right before COVID, actually, there in the 2019-2020 season, and it was about a 2-week span. The first meeting on January 14th of 2020 was a win for Fort Hill by a final score of 68-51, Nick, and then on January 22nd of 2020, it was the opposite. Spring Mills got the win. That was by a final score of 55-43. So this series is tied up at 1 apiece, and that's the only time that these two schools have played each other since Spring Mills is still only about 10 years in the making or so. So it'll be interesting to see how these two teams fare against each other tonight.
Yeah, definitely, and both teams obviously have been competitive in those games, so should get another competitive game, I would think, today. But as we talked about, a young Spring Mills team coming off of a 2-8 season, but off to a 1-0 start, and a Fort Hill team that didn't get to play last year and kind of got off to a slow start in terms of practices. They really haven't practiced that much due to most of their players playing on the football team, which won the state championship. So we looked a little bit at the teams just overall, but there's some good players on these teams to highlight in this game. 4 freshmen, 3 of them will start for Spring Mills, and some good size out of those freshmen as well. Caleb Thomas, a 6'4" freshman. I would expect him to start as well as some other talented guys. And Austin Davis, a pretty good shooter, a veteran on this team, a junior, which is kind of rare for this squad.
Yeah, that's somebody that coach for the Cardinals was keying in on Coach Champles was talking about. As you heard in the interview, Austin Davis is going to be somebody to definitely watch out for here for Spring Mills as we watch him warm up down on the floor. A nice young team that seems to move the ball really well, but then again, you're only going up against 2 defenders, as you can see on our TV 10 screen for the warm-ups right now. So when you actually put them up against 5 people, how is that offense going to run is something that we'll have to wait and see when it comes game time here in about 6.5 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's interesting always to see with a young team, how do these freshmen fit in with the upperclassmen, because obviously the freshmen have played together before in middle school and growing up, but the upperclassmen have probably never played with these guys, or if they have, very limited. So
you don't really have to worry about that because there's not really many upperclassmen.
Well,
for
at
this
least
team.
Juniors, I consider it juniors.
Yeah, no, I do too, but there's only 4.
Yeah, but still, they got to kind of mesh together, and even the 10th graders, probably played a little bit in middle school together, but obviously a lot has changed since then, and it's hard to build that chemistry. And these early games of the season is where you start to see how your team will come together as the year goes on.
It's definitely something to watch out for, and it looks like we're going to have to watch out for a lot of 3-point shots. Watching Spring Mills still warm up. The only team out there on the court right now for warm-ups is Fort Hill went to the locker room, and they're really working on that corner 3 and a lot of picks and ball movement to try to get those open. Almost something like you saw the Kansas Jayhawks in the Big 12 do for a lot of their dominant years back in the day. So it'll be interesting to see how Samples has this team geared up for an opponent at a state, and a very athletic one. We heard already, we've mentioned it a couple times times most of the players on Fort Hill are state champions when it comes to football. So it'll see how they fare here on the basketball court. I expect a hard-fought game between these two schools.
Yeah, and you talked about the three-pointers, and 5 of them made in the first quarter for Spring Mills in their victory to tip off the season against Millbrook. So a team that certainly will like to shoot the three and have the ability to knock down those long jumpers, and that can definitely play a factor in a game where you're able to spread the floor and get those open threes, and that's kind of how the game has gone. So with a younger team, it kind of makes sense that they're going to want to shoot a lot of threes because most of those guys haven't quite grown to their full size and probably don't have as much size as some of these players on Fort Hill.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how height and stuff plays out. I mean, when it comes to the tallest guys, they're actually tat for tat at 6'4", but at the same time, when you look at it, who's actually going to be on the court at the same time as the other one? Because you can only have 5 at the same time for each team, so we'll have to see if they try to go with matchups, or are they going to put their 5 best players out at all times and try to make the other team, I guess, just have their 5 best players and best man win.
And then on the Fort Hill side of things, a team with multiple state champions, as we mentioned, and Brevin Stubbs expected to be one of the we'll get that here in a second, Kyle. Brevin Stubbs expected to be one of the key players, and let's get our keys to the game along with players to look out for, brought to you by CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike, CMA, moving lives forward.
I'm glad that you're good at charades, but you weren't supposed to answer out loud yet,
I don't
Nick.
know why I did that, Colin.
It's fine, but my keys to the game starting for the visiting Fort Hill Senators, and as you heard in the interview with Coach Berner, they need to be better on defense, and they need to out-rebound their opponent, and that's my 2 keys for them. And if they do that, they should have a pretty good chance of finally getting the first one of the year for Fort Hill. And on the other side, for Spring Mills, it's a young team, so I say stick to the basics. You don't want to be too flashy. You just want to make sure, even if it's somehow an ugly game, to stick to the basics and limit the turnovers. You're a young team, so turnovers are going to happen because you're not used to being at this level of play yet. But you need to limit those turnovers as much as possible, and by doing so, you'll also have a fair shot at winning this game. Spring Mills got to go through Austin Davis. That's somebody that we heard Coach Sample say. And for the Fort Hill side, Brevin Stubbs, I'm hoping to have a big game. It'll be fun to watch him here on the basketball court instead of on the football field, in which, as you heard, 6 Division I offers for him when it comes to football. I wonder what 6 schools those are, and if any of them are the Team West Virginia Mountaineers.
Yeah, or maybe the Maryland Terrapins as well, obviously being in the state of Maryland, but
it's Western Maryland, so it's basically West
Probably
Virginia.
Like a JMU or something like that.
That's not Division I. Well, it is, but it isn't. Flip a coin there. They are moving up. I'll start calling them Division I. I apologize to JMU from here on out.
All the JMU fans are going to be blowing up our Facebook page now, Colin, because of you. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have starting lineups and probably the national anthem as well. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV Tech.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
The right attorney can make all the difference in the outcome of your case.
I called Sutton and Janelle, the best lawyers you could ask for.
Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. 70 years of collective legal experience. Family law, criminal defense, DUI, personal injury, and mediation.
Sutton and Janelle got the most favorable outcome I could have expected.
Visit Sutton and Janelle's new historic location, 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Online at suttonandjanelle.com. Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. They value your rights and are passionate about your success.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Conveniently located at 440 Williamsport Pike in Martinsburg, Sunset Car Wash's staff specializes in keeping your car clean. From our famous 3-minute cloth wash to our touchless automatic and 6 self-serve bays, we offer whatever preference you have for your car wash needs. If your vehicle could talk, it would say, "Take me to Sunset Car Wash." That's Sunset Car Wash at 440 Williamsport Pike in Martinsburg, locally owned and operated.
We welcome you back to the Cardinal Coliseum as we get ready for the starting lineups to be announced in the national anthem. Colin talked a lot about it. 2 pretty good teams here. Should be a good basketball game, and teams that are on the opposite ends in terms of experience and stuff like that. And, this is an intriguing matchup, and excited to have more boys basketball. Tomorrow we'll have girls basketball for you on TV 10. So it's an exciting week, and it's good to have the basketball season right here.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see how these two teams are. It's going to be a battle of veterans versus youth, and it'll be fun to see who comes out on top. I'm looking forward to it. It looks like we're just waiting for these starting 5 on each side to get announced. Kind of trying to look at who's on the bench for each team. Can't really tell who the starting 5 is for Fort Hill because I believe it's the ones that might be on the bench right now, because typically when you have an announcing starting 5, you allow them to run through a tunnel, get some high fives and such, but it might be the guys in the jerseys on the outside just waiting here too. I don't know, but usually I see 5 without their sweatshirts on or warm-up jackets, so.
Yeah, usually you do run from the bench, but also you might take your warm-up off before you go in the game. So I was thinking those guys are probably our starters, one of them being Brevin Stubbs. So we'll see. And
yeah, I see Brevin Stubbs. I see, I believe, Bryce Shatt.
Taven Willis, Bryce Shatt, as you mentioned, Logan Bullery, and Isaiah Campbell. And then what I would presume to be the starters for Spring Mills are now lining up for the national anthem. So I guess we'll have the national anthem first and then the ball game, or then the lineup announcements. So let's go ahead and take our final 2-minute break and then have starting lineups and first step.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
And that concludes today's pregame show. Coming up next, it's the starting lineups, opening tip, and play-by-play action of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's game is brought to you by
the Sutton and Janelle Law Firm, Ollie's VIP, Milestone Realty, the Palace Lounge, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, Cody's Auto Body, Modern Renovations, D&N Auto, Home Helpers of the Panhandle, Johnny's Express, the Mid-Atlantic Group, and Sunset Car Wash.
And now, let's go courtside and rejoin our WRNR broadcast team.
That on the other side of 3. 15. Welcome back to the Cardinal Coliseum. We'll give you the starting lineups real quick for Spring Mills, as we already went over Fort Hills. Jalen Franklin's going to start along with Caleb Robinson. I'm sorry. Keyshawn Cheek, Caleb Thomas, and Maximus Anderson.
As the starting lineups are brought to you by Modern Renovations, whether it's for a new
Carpet World is more than just carpet. Carpet World specializes in a complete selection of hardwood floors by respected names like Armstrong, Bruce, Shaw, and Mohawk, and tile by Dowell Tile, American Oleum, and Mannington for all rooms in your home. And Carpet World can update your bathroom shower with very attractive ceramic tile walls and floor. Financing with up to 12 months deferred interest is available, along with experienced quality installation at Carpet World, 2330 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. CarpetWorldofMartinsburg.com.
Dribbling at the right hand, kicks it to the baseline, and driving baseline is Willis and getting the layup to go. 5-2. Spring Mills still on top. Now with the basketball for the Cardinals on the attack is Cheek. And Cheek misses the layup. Fort Hill in transition. They turn it over. Coming up with the steal is Anderson. Anderson pushes ahead to Keyshawn Cheek here on the right wing. Up top to Thomas. Now Franklin driving in. Back to Cheek. His wing triple is nothing but net, and Spring Mills is out to an 8-0 lead. Keyshawn Cheek, one of the 4 freshmen on the varsity team. Fort Hill now with the basketball. Willis Swift in the left wing. Mallory driving in with the left hand. Cheek gets away with a reach in. Now down low. Campbell back out to Mallory. Now swing it to the corner. No one home. It's a turnover for Fort Hill and Spring Mills basketball.
Yeah, Spring Mills playing a very tough zone, not allowing anybody to get inside the paint for Fort Hill right now.
And Cardinals off to an 8-2 start here inside the Cardinal Coliseum. Keyshawn Cheek with the basketball. Cheek swings it up top to Thomas, top of the key. Thomas driving in at the right hand. Cheek pump fakes. It's the floater in the lane, but that is rejected by Stubbs. Stubbs in transition with the right hand. Too strong off the glass. Rebound by Franklin. He turns it over underneath the basket. Recovered by Burns. Willis now driving, loses the ball. Tries to save it, and Anderson comes up with it for the Cardinals. Cheek now in transition. Thomas driving in. Spins in the lane. Franklin, nice pump fake. His three is good.
The
Franklin
pass
with his second triple.
Perfection.
Yeah, really good fake pass there to get the defense off guard. 11-2. Spring Mills on top with 4:10 to go in this first quarter. Shat nearly turns it over. Recovers the basketball. Stubbs to the rack, and he missed the bunny underneath. Layup is put back and rejected by Thomas. Cardinals in transition. Cheek to Thomas. Thomas power dribble, layup good. Finishing. Thomas with 4 points early on. It's a timeout, Fort Hill. 13-2 run for the Cardinals to begin things. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Last trip to the auto mechanic? I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500. Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
We welcome you back to Spring Mills High School. 13-2, Cardinals leading Fort Hill early on in this ball game. The young Cardinals off to a good start. Nice drive to the basket and finish for Shat. He's got the team back on the board. Spring Mills now with the basketball. Keyshawn Cheek running the offense. Cheek swings it up top to Thomas. Davis will try a long wing triple. Too strong off the back iron. Rebound by Fort Hill in transition, and a foul called. Burns will go to the line.
Davis would have followed his shot there. He probably would have had a chance to get the rebound as it came right back off the rim.
Our first quarter brought to you in part on TV 10 by Chris Ross and Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Buying or selling a home, call 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. And Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. Phone 304-263-3361. That free throw's off the mark. No good. Both of them were no good by Burns. Ball goes out of bounds, will remain with Spring Mills. Thomas inbounds to Cheek here on the right wing. Cheek drives, attacks, kicks out to Davis. Now to the corner. Good read by Straup, but he couldn't quite get the steal. Thomas top of the key now. He nearly turns it over. Fort Hill starting to play with a little bit more energy on the defensive end on this possession, Colin.
Yeah, Spring Mills needs to get back to the basics, like I said, for the key. They're trying too many long passes, and Fort Hill's dialing in on them.
Still have, or we're unable to get steals, but definitely getting close. And you get a team like this in transition, they're able to finish more of those opportunities. Davis with the basketball, swings it to Franklin. Back up top to Thomas. Cheek back to Franklin, thought about pulling it from long range. Anderson now with it on the perimeter, 2:28 to go in this first quarter. Davis's corner three, in and out, no good. Rebound shot. Now Willis in transition, kicks it back to Shat. That will be a backcourt violation and be Spring Mills basketball.
you can definitely tell right now for Fort Hill that it's been a while since they got practices in, as you heard during the interview, since they were playing football this year and had a long season, making it to the state championship and winning.
Yeah, it seemed a little bit out of sync early on. Cheek with the basketball, crossing the logo. High post Franklin, now back to Cheek. He'll drive in with the right hand. His layup off the glass and good. Cheek with 5 early points in this first quarter, 15-4. Spring Mills on top with about 1:53 to go in the first and a clock running. Fort Hill back with it. Burns swinging it to Shat. Shat driving in, goes behind the back, pump fakes, kicks it back to Burns. His three-pointer off the mark, no good. Rebound Cheek. Cheek in transition, looking to push for the Cardinals. Cheek splits the 2 defenders and finishes the layup. Beautiful take to the rack. He's got 7 of the 17 early on for the Cardinals. The freshman playing well, 17-4, 1:22 to go, first quarter.
Yeah, even though he's 5'10", he's definitely using his body and build to his advantage.
Yeah, for a freshman, he's got some pretty good muscle. Stubbs driving in, taking it to Willis, and he finishes the difficult layup, make it 17-6. Willis has 4. Cheek slowing things down in the back court. Swings it to Thomas here, right wing. Thomas drives in, kicks it back out. Now with the basketball, it's Cheek. Cheek to Davis in the corner. Back up top to Anderson. Anderson to Thomas, and he traveled. Dragged that back right foot. Fort Hill bringing on some substitutions. 38 seconds to go in this first quarter. 17-6, Spring Mills on top.
And this is the start that Spring Mills needed. That's the only turnover, I believe, for him so far, and it's already almost finished the first.
Yeah, it's been a really good first quarter for this young Cardinals team. Nearly a turnover there. Checking into the game, Palmisano. And
way to stay with it, Cheek. Careful.
They kind of got into it a little bit with Palmisano, and it will be a foul called.
It looks like we got a timeout called before the jump
ball. So that
ball.
will stay with Spring Mills. Our timeouts brought to you on by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors. John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. So really good start early on here, Colin, with about 20 seconds to go in this first quarter by the Cardinals, able to knock down some good long-range jumpers and move the basketball around and get some a lot of different guys involved. At Fort Hill, we talked about it. You know, they haven't had a whole lot of practice, and you can definitely tell.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. A lot of sloppy play, but they were getting better defensively. They just need to get some buckets going. They got to do what I said that Spring Mills needed to do and has been successful in, and that's sticking to the basics.
Thomas to inbound. We'll get into Cheek. Looks like Spring Mills will elect to hold for the final shot of this first quarter. Cheek with the basketball, dribbling on the volleyball line. Driving in with the left hand, his layup is up and good. Too easy off the bounce for Cheek. He'll finish 19-6. Now Cheek gets the steal, throws it up, but it was after the buzzer. No good anyway. So 19-6 here at the end of this first quarter. Take a 60-second break and be back with more West Virginia boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs. Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Coliseum, 19-6. Spring Mills leading Fort Hill early on. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Colin McLaughlin. John Alderton and Harry Brown, our cameramen. And back in the studio is Spencer Dupuis. And Colin, a great start for Spring Mills, and just some players standing out early on. Keyshawn Cheek with 7 points, or I believe 9 points now.
Yeah, I have him at 9 points now at that final basket. Yep.
And 4 points for Thomas, 6 points for Franklin to lead the way.
Cheek almost hit double digits if that buzzer beater would have went in and counted.
Perry with the basketball. New check-in for Fort Hill. Strott drives in, bounce pass to the corner. Now back to Strott. Palmer driving in. And Fort Hill with some good movement. That's going to be a travel, unfortunately, as Franklin went up and grabbed the basketball, but his momentum carrying him to the ground, and will be able to travel, but good effort play. So Strott to inbound on the baseline. Swings it to the top of the key. Palmisano now back over to the left corner with Malari. Strott's contested three-pointer is good. Excuse me, that was Burns. Cheek driving in, I think he traveled. So 19-9, Fort Hill trying to cut back into this one. Burns with the three from the top of the key. And pretty tough shot, but he was able to knock that one down. Burns now off a screen with the basketball on the left wing, and he gets fouled by Anderson. His first. 6:45 to go in this first half. Spring Mills has a 10-point lead. Perry kicks it to the corner, another travel. Early in the season, going to see stuff like that, where turnovers are going to rack up in kind of bunches, and we're getting one of those stretches right now. So Spring Mills back with the basketball. Thomas inbounding to Cheek. Cheek kicks it to Anderson baseline. Cheek's three-pointer. He'll get fouled by Perry and head to the line. Wasn't necessarily a great look, but with Perry kind of stepping up and bumping him and allowed Cheek to get fouled, he'll head to the line for the first time this evening.
Very close to getting his 10th point already early.
And he misses that one. Colin, you jinxed him.
Sorry, Cheek.
His second free throw is good. Fort Hill brings some starters back into the game, and Stubbs, Willis, and Shot. (20-9). Spring Mills after that free throw is good. The third one is short. Rebound Willis. So 10 points now for Cheek. 29. And Willis going coast to coast and finishing the layup. He's got 6. Cheek with the spin move, the beautiful finish, and the foul.
Way to stay controlled in the air. Very impressive for a guy that's only a freshman.
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of him over the years for the Spring Mills Cardinals team. Already 12 points, and the free throw to follow, short, no good. Willis back the other way. Shot driving at the left hand. Nice dump down underneath. And that will send Campbell to the line as he gets fouled. Foul going against Cheek underneath. His first. Campbell's first free throw is off the back of the rim, no good. Campbell, the left-hander, bricks it off the side of the rim. 0 for 2 from the line there on a situation where you'd like to see him convert. Cheek now. See what they rule. I think they're going to say block. And
yeah, it looked like Campbell didn't have his feet set.
So Cheek will head back to the line. Campbell will pick up his first personal foul. Cheek is good on his first free throw there.
He's outscoring Fort Hill by himself now.
He makes that one as well. 24-11, Spring Mills under 6 minutes to go in the opening half. Stubbs with it on the left wing. Back up top, Willis drives in. Shot will try a three-pointer swish. His first triple of the evening. He's up to 5 points. Cheek with it now. Dribbling in front of the Fort Hill bench. Back up to Thomas, top of the key. Anderson back to Thomas. Cheek now. His wing three-pointer, short, no good. Stubbs chases down the rebound for Fort Hill.
He was going for the heat check.
Burns, back to shot. Now back to Burns on the left wing. Burns comes off the screen from Campbell, drives in, gets fouled by Thomas, and will head to the line. Burns missing his 2 free throw attempts earlier, and so far in the game, Fort Hill has yet to make a free throw.
That was close, if you ask me. It might have been Thomas's forearm that made connection.
Will not be on Thomas. That will go against Franklin.
Makes sense then as to why we were kind of disagreeing.
Both players were in the area of the basketball, but it will go against Franklin officially. And Burns knocks down the first free throw to cut the lead down to 9, and the second one rolls off the rim and no good. So 24-15, Spring Mills on top. Fort Hill kind of cutting back into this lead a little bit. Thomas nearly turns it over. Cheek, spin move in the lane, and he gets fouled. That will be the 4th team foul against Fort Hill. 9-point ball game, 4:47 to go. Thomas inbounding to Cheek, who skies up for the basketball and goes up and grabs it. Willis now defending him. Willis has been probably the top player for Fort Hill so far in this ball game. Cheek gets double teamed, swings it to Davis. Now back to Cheek on the left wing. Another good defensive possession here from Fort Hill. Thomas with it, left wing. He'll spin move in the lane. Fadeaway jumpers and air ball. Good rebound underneath. But a turnover. Trying to kick it out was Eden. Burns with it. Swings it to Willis. Back to Burns. Off the mark, no good. Rebound. Chased down by Campbell. Now Shot tries a contested three. That's an air ball. Anderson secures the board for Spring Mills. Cheek now in transition. Splits the defense, but he can't finish the layup. Eden underneath with a good board. Kick it out to Anderson. Anderson pump fakes in the lane. Air ball, it was tipped and head out of bounds. 3:33 to go in this second quarter. Brought to you by on TV 10. Sutton and Janelle, attorneys at Wall, a full-service law firm from helping individuals, families, and businesses with all of their legal needs. They're at 224 West King Street in Martinsburg or SuttonandJanelle.com. We'll get you a second sponsor here in just a few moments. Cheek nearly turns it over, recovers it. Nice pass underneath, and the finish. Robinson getting on the board, finishes through contact, and makes it 26-15, Spring Mills.
Yeah, it was a great no-look pass there by Cheek.
Robinson with the little floater to get the finish. Free throw by the left-handers, short, no good. Free throws have been an issue for both teams here in this ball game. 26-15, Spring Mills leading with about 3 minutes to go in the first half. Willis drives baseline, has it blocked. Davis and Cheek with the good contest. Cheek to Robinson in transition again. He is blocked by Burns on the other side. Burns tosses it ahead to Willis. Willis with the reverse layup, and he finishes for the deuce.
Fort Hill settling in right now and going with a full court press a little bit here.
Willis has 8 points. It's a 9-point ball game at 26-17 with 2:39 to go in the first half. Cheek. Step back, kicks it to Robinson in the corner. Thomas, he'll try a three-pointer. That's going to come up short. Stubbs with a good board. Kick it out. And there's a block from behind by Thomas. It will stay with Fort Hill as Mullery couldn't finish underneath the basket.
Our other second quarter sponsor is Modern Renovations. Whether it's for a new roof or just repair, West Virginia homeowners trust the experts at Modern Renovations for roofing.
Shot, kicking it out. Back up top. He'll drive in, kick it to Willis. Willis working with the basketball. To Stubbs in the corner. He'll drive in. Can't get the shot to go. Think it got blocked. Robinson now back the other way. Robinson in transition, finishing the layup again. Robinson, another guy that has came in here in the second quarter and has provided a little bit of a spark for Spring Mills. 4 points in the quarter and some tough finishes. Mullery turns it over in transition. Thomas now. Spin move in the lane. His fadeaway, no good. Good rebound underneath. Cheek with the long range three. And it's nothing but net. And it's 31-17. Spring Mills on top. 1:24 to go. Stubbs with a good drive to the rack and get his first 2 points. 31-19. Robinson back the other way. And a foul is called on the floor.
No, they said basket counted.
I missed the layup there. Looking down.
Cheek.
At my score sheet.
Yet again.
I did see Cheek was in transition, but wasn't certain if he finished. And his free throw off the mark, no good, but a good rebound by Anderson. And Robinson nearly gets it back, but they're going to call a foul. On the recheck. So 33-19. Spring Mills leading with 1:09 to go in this first half. Mullery crosses the timeline. Good defense here by Robinson, and he'll force a jump ball. That will go to Spring Mills.
I love the aggression from Robinson there. He just got the reach and foul, but yet still went in for the steal there and got the possession.
He's definitely been an energy guy, and Spring Mills hasn't really needed a burst in energy at this start, but Robinson's been solid for them off the bench.
Also wanted to note, out of the 4 players that have scored for Spring Mills, 3 of them are freshmen.
Yeah, it's a talented young squad, and I think, if not, I mean, even this year they could be competitive in the EPAC, but down the line they have got to be a team to look out for as they continue to grow and develop as a program. 33-19, Spring Mills. Cheek with the basketball working against Willis. 35 seconds to go in the first half.
And it looks like since there's no shot clock in West Virginia, they have Cheek just hanging out near the midcourt line and going to try to drain this clock as much as possible to get the last shot.
And Maryland's not used to that because they're used to having a shot clock in the state of Maryland. So kind of different styles and different strategies in these situations.
You can see Stubbs is frustrated with it as well.
Cheek driving in with the left hand will go back to the line, and it's been a little bit of an issue for him.
That's the only issue for him. He's almost got 20 points in the first half.
Yeah, been a great first half for Cheek, helping lead his young Cardinals team. That free throw is short. .7 seconds to go. 33-19. Spring Mills leading. That free throw is off the back iron, no good. Skying up for the rebound is Lepley. Lepley ahead to Mullery, and he'll hit it off his knee, and it'll be a turnover. So with 1.9 seconds, Spring Mills will get a shot before halftime, presuming they don't turn it over. Keyshawn Cheek will launch half court. Just off the back of the rim, no good. And we'll head into the half with Spring Mills leading against Fort Hill of Maryland, 33-19. It's West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We'll take a 2-minute break and return with more.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk. See dealer for details.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
We welcome you into the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm halftime show. Mansion Ferretti Law Firm located in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. All right, Colin, let's look at these halftime stats. We'll start with Spring Mills. 19 points for Keyshawn Cheek to lead the way. Thomas with 4, Robinson with 4, and Franklin with 6. And then on the Fort Hill side of things, Burns with 4, 2 for Stubbs, and then 8 for Willis and 5 for Schott. And 33-19 our score here at the half. What kind of stands out to you about this first half?
The fact that Keyshawn Cheek has 19 points, which is the same amount that Fort Hill has. It is a very impressive performance for this freshman, and hopefully it doesn't slow down and we see a historic night tonight in the EPAC.
Yeah, it's been a fun first half to watch out of him, and Fort Hill's starting to are needing to do some things to get back into this ball game. But again, we'll take another 2-minute break. And then on the other side of that break, we'll send it back to Spencer Dupuis in the studio, who will have the halftime scoreboard update for you. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
This is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
The right attorney can make all the difference in the outcome of your case.
I called Sutton and Janelle, the best lawyers you could ask for.
Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. 70 years of collective legal experience. Family law, criminal defense, DUI, personal injury, and mediation.
Sutton and Janelle got the most favorable outcome I could have expected.
Visit Sutton and Janelle's new historic location, 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Online at suttonandjanelle.com. Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. They value your rights and are passionate about your success.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Welcome here to the TV10 WRNR studios here in Martinsburg as we're at the half with Spring Mills leading Fort Hill out of Maryland 33-19. The halftime and one scoreboard show brought to you by Home Helpers Home Care of the Panhandle, serving the tri-state area, giving care the way you want to be cared for. Learn more by calling 304-433-8000. Trying to get some scores from around the area for specifically Hedgesville, have not been able to do so in the middle of their game. Been trying to get that for the last few minutes, but looking around at some scores that people would be interested in. Shepherd women's basketball gets the 71-51 victory over Pitt Johnstown this evening. They improved to 8-0 on the season now, continue their undefeated stretch to start as they are now 20th in the United States in the D2 poll for Division II. The men's team for Shepherd, they're currently leading 31-26 with a little under a minute left in the first half against Pitt Johnstown as well. Just kind of look around some scores. It looks like girls basketball-wise, Fairmont Senior got the victor, is leading at the end of the third quarter 80-39. Coming through some scores here, looks like Greater Beckley Christian has a 27-25 lead over James Monroe. That's it with 4:16 left in the second quarter. Not really many other scores coming around, I guess, at halftime. It appears Cabell Midland has a 37-23 lead over Riverside. Greenbrier West, 19-7 lead over Richwood at the end of the first quarter, probably closing out the second quarter as we speak. At halftime, Spring Valley has a 27-20 lead over Tulsa. Parkersburg South leads Logan, Ohio, 29-21 at halftime. Not really many other scores to keep you up to date on because I can't get any. I've been unable to find a lot. Gonna have to get some contacts here to get some, hopefully, for the post-game show. But that will do it here as Spring Mills has the 33-19 lead at halftime. We'll take a 2-minute break, and then we will send it back out to the Cardinal Coliseum, where Nick Verzolini, Colin McLaughlin will have you for the second half action between Spring Mills and Fort Hill of Maryland.
Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
We welcome you back to the Cardinal Coliseum here at Spring Mills High School. Nick Verzolini alongside me, the sports doctor, Colin McLaughlin. Back in the studio is Spencer Dupuis, John Alderton, and Harry Brown, our cameraman this evening. Spring Mills with a nice 33-19 lead here at the half. The halftime show brought to you by Mancha Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. Colin, quickly, some things that you think either team could do a little bit better, or I guess for Spring Mills, how they kind of close this one out. How does Fort Hill potentially get back into this one and make it a ball game?
For Fort Hill, the defense has gotten better. They struggled in the first quarter, but obviously you got to get the offense going and get it more to Willis. He's your leading scorer right now. Spread the ball out to get that offense churning, and it's slow and simple. You don't want to feel like you're already in panic mode and just go and shoot threes every possession, because that's not going to get you back into this game. Just get a nice slow run to this quarter, get your defense going, and make it at least a 1-2 possession game, and then fight hard in the fourth quarter. You don't have to get everything back right away. As for Spring Mills, just keep getting it to Cheek. He's dominating right now. He's the star on the court, so let him shine.
Yeah, I mean, 19 points at the half for the freshman Keyshawn Cheek. So it'll be Fort Hill basketball to begin this second half. Mullerly driving and kicking to Willis here on the right wing. Willis dribbling with that left hand, swings it to Stubbs. Stubbs working against Thomas. Gets inside and finishes over top of the tall 6'4" Thomas with the left-handed layup. 33-21, Spring Mills on top.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. Get your bodies going, make it physical, because that's the advantage that it seems like Fort Hill can use.
Keyshawn Cheek on about a three-pointer, driving in, left-handed layup off the mark, no good. Campbell secures the rebound for Fort Hill. Willis now attacking in the lane, and he'll get fouled. That will be on the floor. And go against Anderson. His second. Campbell, top of the key. Get it to the corner to Shat. Over to Willis. Mullerly now with the basketball. Working against Cheek. Shat now driving baseline against Davis. His floater is off the mark, no good. Cheek skies up for the rebound. He'll push in transition. And a 1-on-3 situation. Willis able to strip it from behind and knock it out of bounds, but it will remain Spring Mills basketball. 6:50 to go in this third quarter. 33-21. Spring Mills leading here at the Cardinal Coliseum. Davis off the inbound. Over to Cheek in the left corner. Cheek drives baseline. Kicks it out. Good take to the rim, but unable to finish was Franklin. And now chasing down the rebound is Stubbs. Stubbs in transition, too short on the layup attempt. Looked like Stubbs thought he got fouled, but no call. Thomas with it. Over to Anderson. Or excuse me, Franklin. And now a turnover by Davis. Campbell coming up with the basketball. Mullery in transition. Good fake, but Keyshawn Cheek is there to take it away for Spring Mills. Cheek steps back and resets the offense. He'll pull a three. Way off the mark, no good. Rebound. And Willis now in transition going up against Thomas. He can't finish. Campbell put back is good. Good finish by Campbell to get the 2 points. And Fort Hill has cut it down to 10 at 33-23.
Spring Mills has just come out flat. It looked like last possession, Cheek was just surprised how open he was on that three.
Franklin with it left wing. Nearly turns it over. Stubbs jumping the passing lane. Thomas with the mid-range jumper somehow recovers and knocks it down. Thomas now has 6 points in the ballgame. Stubbs setting a screen for Mullery. Good bounce pass inside. Back up. Stubbs now driving baseline. Thomas takes it away. Stubbs rejected by Thomas, but that will be a foul.
That was almost going to be my nominee for Cody's body shot projection of the game.
Yeah, Thomas has had a few where he's gotten up there, gotten some good blocks. But Stubbs will head to the line. Overall, Fort Hill has struggled from the free throw line in this ball game, and Stubbs' free throw is off the mark and no good.
Looks like they called that foul on Cheek.
Not certain how. It looked like Thomas was right there, but maybe Cheek undercut him.
Yeah, I don't know either, but that's what the scoreboard has.
Yeah, can't argue with the scoreboard usually. Campbell getting the offensive rebound, and he can't get that one to go. Franklin swings it to Cheek, and Cheek now on the attack. In between the legs dribble, swings it corner three from Anderson, off the mark, no good. Good rebound by Mullery. He'll drive baseline and get the layup to go. Good attack off the dribble. Cheek now ahead to Franklin, back to Cheek. He handles the pass, gets fouled, and that will be on the floor.
I was hoping for another beautiful no-look pass from Cheek. He had Davis wide open in the left corner.
35-25. Spring Mills leading with 4:31 to go in this third quarter. Davis up top. Back to Anderson, dribbling on the volleyball line. Anderson keeping his dribble. Wanted Cheek on the backdoor cut, but it wasn't there. Now kicks it to Thomas. Franklin's corner triple. Nothing but net. Franklin now up to 9 points.
A three-point specialist right now. 3 threes for him.
He looked good in warm-ups early on shooting the three, and it's transition to the game. Campbell can't make the bunny underneath. Thomas ahead to Cheek. He'll slow things down. Yeah, looks like Spring Mills is going to take a timeout. 38-25. Spring Mills on top. 3:54 to go in this third quarter. Let's take a 30-second break and be back with more West Virginia High School boys basketball action on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
We welcome you back to the Cardinal Coliseum. Spring Mills leading 38-25. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Colin McLaughlin. Our third quarter presented to you on TV 10 by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. And Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. They're located at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg, or hit them up on Orsinis.com. So it'll be Spring Mills basketball out of the timeout. 38-25 Spring Mills with the lead over Fort Hill of Maryland. Cheek to the corner. Fort Hill looking to show a little bit of his own defense out of the timeout. Anderson with the basketball. Back to Cheek. And he turns it over. Willis jumped the passing lane. Willis now one-on-one to the rim, and he'll finish a left-handed layup. He's got 10. First player in double figures for Fort Hill. It's an 11-point ball game. Franklin pump fakes. Kicks it to Anderson. Now to Cheek. Right corner. Up top, Thomas. His three on the way. Off the mark. Too strong, no good. Willis hauls in the rebound. And Willis will go straight to the rim. Get fouled, but they're going to call that on the floor. And Coach Berner not happy with that call, and I tend to agree with him.
I do too.
I think that could have very well been ruled an and one, but no call on that. So
it looked like his motion was going, but the referee sees it differently.
Mullery attacking the basketball, loses it off his knee, and it will be Spring Mills ball. Cheek dribbling it up the court for the Cardinals, who lead by 11 at 38-27 with 2:55 to go in this third quarter. Cheek's corner triple, an air ball. Foul underneath the basket will go against Spring Mills. It was underneath there. Looked like Robinson got the foul. That will be his second. So Fort Hill back in possession of the basketball. Davis will check in for Robinson.
Just to note, Keyshawn Cheek, who had 19 points in the first half for Spring Mills, has not made a basket here in this third quarter.
Yeah, it's been kind of a slow second half for the Cardinals offensively. Still holding on to an 11-point lead. Shots triple, goes straight through. It's an 8-point ball game. His second three of the evening. 38-30, Spring Mills on top, 2:28 to go in the third quarter. Anderson with the basketball.
This is exactly what Fort Hill needed.
Back to Franklin, right wing. They're working their way back into this ball game. Colin Thomas turns it over. Willis in transition, one-on-one with Cheek. And Willis can't get the left-handed layup, but Burns is there to finish and score. And it's a 6-point ball game, 38-32. We got a timeout, so we'll go to our timeout sponsor, the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors John Everson and Phil McCoy, located at 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg, or call 304-263-4343. 2:05 to go in this third quarter. Let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
A reputation for caring. A legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Coliseum. 38-32. Colin, Fort Hill on a little bit of a run to get this down to a 6-point game.
Yeah, but 13-5 run right now
to start this third quarter. Franklin with the basketball, working against that zone look of Fort Hill. Willis nearly got another steal. Cheek driving it at the left hand. He gets double teamed underneath and traveled. So turnover for Spring Mills. And now all of a sudden, Fort Hill can make it a one-possession ball game on this possession. Mullery with the basketball. across the timeline. Handed off to Burns. Burns faking to Willis, drives into the rim, finishes the layup. Nice take by Burns. Fooled the defense and got the two-pointer underneath. 38-34, Spring Mills on top. Anderson with the basketball. Anderson kicks it out. Thomas, but it's taken away by Willis again. He has been all over the place for Fort Hill. His left-handed layup, no good, but he'll get fouled and head to the line.
If you remember what I said coming into the second half, they needed to get better on defense, and they needed to keep it simple, and instead of relying on three-pointers, to drive in and just get simple shots, and that's exactly what Fort Hill's done. Only 1-3 in this third quarter. The rest have been all attacking the basket layups.
Free throw good there by Willis. Up to 11 points now. It's a three-point game at 38-35. Spring Mills with 1:08 to go in this third quarter. Nick Verzolini, Colin McLaughlin, happy to have you with us. That free throw no good. Rebound by Franklin. Spring Mills will push back the other way. Cheek working against Willis, who's been so active on the defensive end, nearly causing another turnover there. Thomas back to Cheek. Pump fakes. This young Spring Mills Cardinals team played great in the first half, have struggled in this third quarter. Cheek turns it over again. Shot forcing the turnover that time. Mullery will cross the timeline, push it ahead to Shot. He thought about the triple, pulls it back down. Now we'll pull a contested three off the mark. No good. Rebound Thomas. Burns with the steal. Blocked from behind by Thomas. Davis ahead to Cheek. He'll push in transition. Now we'll slow it down. Keyshawn Cheek with the basketball. Scoreless in the second half after putting up 19 in the first half.
15 seconds to go
in the third quarter. 38-35. Davis in the corner. Back to Cheek. Cheek drives in. His contested shot well off the mark. Shot will watch. Well short. And we head to the fourth quarter. 38-35. Spring Mills, Colin, we got a good one after it didn't look like we would necessarily have that at the half.
Yeah, they kept Cheek scoreless.
So we'll head to the fourth quarter. We're back in 60 seconds. This is West Virginia High School Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center, 400 West Stevens Street, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Coliseum. At the half, it was Spring Mills 33, Fort Hill 19. It's now 38-35. Spring Mills still leading, but just 5 points in that third quarter, Colin, and a real struggle for the Cardinals. And a great job by Fort Hill on the defensive end, leading the easy offense.
Yeah, Keyshawn Cheek needs to get back into the score box in this game for Spring Mills if they want to win.
Davis with it, up top to Thomas, swinging around to Franklin. Davis with it left corner. He nearly turns it over, he does. Now Mullery coming away with the steal for Fort Hill. He'll take the ball to the basket, get fouled, and head to the line. That has been Fort Hill just reading these passing lanes and forcing a lot of turnovers from Spring Mills in this second half. Third foul there on Keyshawn Cheek. Mullery's free throw rolls around the rim and in. He has 3 points. 38-36 now. Second free throw is perfect. 38-37. Spring Mills clinging to a 1-point lead. The Sentinels of Fort Hill battling their way back into this ball game. And Spring Mills sitting with the basketball and kind of being complacent on offense, not getting a whole lot of motion.
It's beautiful to see for those of you watching on TV 10 to see it as well, how in sync this Fort Hill defense is following the ball back and forth. They are locked in.
Cheek with the basketball. And this is kind of weird to me because Spring Mills were playing so aggressive in that first half, and that was working for them, and now they've toned it down in the second half. I'm not really sure why. Cheek with the ball. He attacks, can't finish the layup. And then Mullery with the rebound. I think that's going to be Cheek's fourth. So after scoring 19 points, and that will also be the seventh team foul. So Spring Mills picking up the fouls. Now will be 1-on-1 from here on out. And that one will not go against Cheek. It will go against Franklin. So just his third, which is good for the Cardinals. Mullery to the line. His free throw is up and no good. Crucial miss there. Franklin chases down the rebound for Spring Mills. Anderson in transition. Jump ball. And it will be Fort Hill possession. 6:29 to go. Fort Hill trails by just one after trailing at the half 33-19. Mullery with the basketball. Finds Burns on the left wing. Burns. Turnover for Fort Hill. Thomas now back the other way. And finally, Spring Mills able to get back on the board. Just 5 points in that third quarter. Get their first 2 points of the fourth quarter. And Fort Hill's going to take a timeout. 40-37. Spring Mills with the lead. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with more West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRR and TV 10.
Need to figure out a moment.
Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
But Fort Hill continuing to fight and make this a competitive ball game with 6:02 to go in this fourth quarter. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Colin McLaughlin. Our cameraman this evening, John Alderson, along with Harry Brown. And back in the studio, Spencer Dupuis. Here for Spencer in the post game. This fourth quarter brought to you by on TV 10. Brown Funeral Home and Cremation. Robert Fields and Sons, a family-owned full-service funeral home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson. Proudly serving the area since 1880. We'll get you the other fourth quarter sponsor in just a moment. As Mullery with the basketball working on the left wing against Cheek. Willis back in the ball game. He was their guy throughout this game, and he'll bank that one off, and it'll just get stuck on the rim. Possession arrow will give it to Spring Mills.
Don't see that every day.
Yeah. And it looked like it had a chance to go in if it could have rolled off that rim, but obviously will not be.
Spring Mills just kept the air conditioning down just enough.
That helps sometimes, Colin. You got to have that air conditioning set well. Spring Mills with the basketball. Anderson dribbling up top. Gets it to the high post to Thomas. Thomas stutter steps, pulls up, rises up, and knocks down the mid-range.
I thought that was a travel.
Yeah, I thought so too.
You heard Fort Hill fans agreeing. It looked like that stutter step was a couple of them.
Willis. Stubbs, and now we're going to have a foul away from the basketball going against Fort Hill, and will be Spring Mills basketball. Looked like Strott got tangled up with Davis. Davis ended up on the ground. So Spring Mills with the lead, 42-37, 5:04 to go. Strott picking up his third personal. Shot, excuse me. Cheek with the basketball, over to Anderson. And Spring Mills content to kill some clock. Get it to the high post. Thomas pulls up, elbow jumper. The high arcing shot is nothing but net for Thomas, and he knocks it down. 7-point lead. Thomas coming alive in this fourth quarter with 6 points in the fourth.
Yeah, 8 in total I have him at in this half. He's put the team on his back right now.
Yeah, he's been banged down the stretch after Cheek had 19 in the first half, has yet to score in this second half. Thomas with 8, as you mentioned, in the second half, and a total of 12 in the ball game. Mullery heading to the line for Fort Hill, down by 7 now. Free throw is up and good. Free throw shooting, we talked about it, kind of an issue early on, but
it's also Franklin's 4th foul for Spring Mills. So it looks like he's going to have to take a seat on the bench. Robinson checks in for him.
It's a little bit undersized, too. I mean, both teams going with mainly guard lineups out there. Besides Thomas, the big man for Spring Mills. And he kind of plays like a guard as that free throw's up and good. Mullery knocks it down, 44-39. Spring Mills hanging on to the lead. Cheek with the basketball. High post Thomas again. Swing it around. Anderson back to Cheek here on this left side, where he gets Willis with a tough contest. Cheek drives in, left-handed layup off the mark. Anderson can't follow. Ball goes out of bounds. Will stay with Spring Mills with 4:07 to go. And Spring Mills holding on to a 5-point lead.
That was almost my Parsons forward moment of the game. That would have been a beautiful spin move by Cheek, and an offensive foul on him right as I mentioned him. Pushed off on Burns, and that's his 4th.
Yeah, so Spring Mills definitely getting in foul trouble. 8 fouls. That one will not send Fort Hill to the line because it's a non-possession foul. Spring Mills crowd getting into it, hoping to rally their team as it's been a slow second half. Just 11 points scored in the second half for Spring Mills. Cheek will go to the bench. Franklin will check back in. As we mentioned, Cheek now with his 4th personal foul. Burns driving in with the right hand. He is rejected by Thomas. Oh my goodness.
There it is.
Rejection of the game. You got it right there.
Cody's body shot rejection of the game into the first row of the bleachers by Thomas.
Burns, though, with a nice backdoor cut, but he can't make the layup. Rebound, Anderson. And we got a timeout by Spring Mills. We'll take a 30-second break. 44-39, Spring Mills on top. 3:40 to go in this fourth quarter. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Home Helpers of the Eastern Panhandle, making life easier for you, your family, and especially your loved ones that need their care. They are locally owned and searching for smiling faces to hire so that your loved one can stay in their home where they are the happiest. Call 304-433-8000 or visit homehelpershomecare.com/panhandle. Or you can visit them at 3192 Winchester Avenue right here in Martinsburg. Each office is independently owned and operated.
They fought back, though.
Yeah, and it's not over. 44-39 our score. 3:40 to go in this fourth quarter. Nick Verzlini alongside me is Colin McLaughlin. Colin, we've had a fun ball game to this point. Fort Hill fighting their way back to make it a 2-possession game, and Spring Mills has struggled in this second half, but still making the plays kind of when it matters, like that big block by Thomas that we just saw in that last possession. So Spring Mills basketball out of the timeout. Anderson will inbound the basketball for Spring Mills. He gets it into Cheek, who's back in the ball game with his 4 fouls. Cheek up top, Willis guarding him, and give credit to Willis. His second half defense has been phenomenal. Davis with it in the corner. Over to Cheek. Cheek. They're going to call a block on Burns. He was sliding his feet. Just the 3rd foul of the second half against Fort Hill. So they've done a nice job of playing defense without fouling to help work them back into this ball game. Cheek with it now on the wing. Again, working against Willis. 3:15 to go in this ball game. It's a 5-point lead for Spring Mills. Up top, Thomas, pump fake. Over to Cheek in the corner. Cheek drives baseline, he steps out of bounds. Nice triple-double team kind of look in that short corner by by Fort Hill, to cause the turnover. And Fort Hill back in possession of the basketball. Mullerly swinging, down low to shot. Stubbs rejected again by Thomas. It's a tough matchup. Even though Bevan Stubbs, as we mentioned, a Division I football player, good athlete, but Thomas just has that length and size advantage. It's going to make it tough for him to finish down low.
Might have to check later on how many blocks he has if he got a double-double with him.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely close. I don't know if it's 10, though. That seems like a lot, but probably around like 5, 6, maybe even 7 for Thomas. He's been active.
I'll take the shot.
Well, Spring Mills is, again, content to hold this basketball with the 5-point lead. And already, Fort Hill's going to have to start fouling at least to get close to 7 with a 5-point game, about 2:12 on the clock.
And that's the thing that I don't like about West Virginia high school basketball is the non-existent shot clock. I feel like they need it.
I think it should be definitely a shot clock of some sense, really in every state, and not a ton have the shot clock. Maryland does. So obviously, Fort Hill used to playing kind of in an up-tempo style where you have to worry about it, but Spring Mills doesn't have to worry about it. Obviously, this game at Spring Mills, so playing West Virginia rules, and it definitely plays a factor. I don't know how long would be the perfect time, but I think at least 35 seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit shorter would be good.
Trying to think how long it is in Maryland. I'd have to look it up. But nonetheless, they need one. I think a lot of people are in agreement. I guess the SSAC isn't, and that's who makes the ultimate decision.
Yeah, because stalling, I've never been a fan of it in the game of basketball. While it is smart strategy when you don't have the shot clock, it does take away from the game. But
yeah, basketball is meant to be an up-tempo game.
Yeah. Well, 44-39. Spring Mills can hold it, so they will probably try to do that. Keyshawn Cheek with the basketball, and Willis will get the reach-in foul. So that puts them up to 5. And again, just a 2-possession game with 2 minutes. I mean, you should get multiple opportunities, but due to the no shot clock, Fort Hill's going to have to play good, tough defense here and then think about fouling. You don't want to foul quite yet. If you can force the turnover, that will get to 6. As Anderson is fouled. And see if you can force a turnover here on this inbound.
think they're just making sure where the foul was and if it is actually 1-1 or not.
So they'll get into Thomas in the backcourt. Stumps trying to get a foul. Ahead to Franklin. Good defense by Fort Hill, and
a timeout?
Yeah, timeout called by Spring Mills. So we'll take a 30-second break, 1:44 to go in this fourth quarter. 44-39, Spring Mills on top.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back to Spring Mills High School. The Cardinals hanging on to this 5-point lead against Fort Hill. Fort Hill has outscored Spring Mills in this second half. 44, or in the second half, it's been 20-11 Fort Hill. But that big first half, Colin, proven to be significant in this ballgame.
And I just want to note that that's the final timeout for Spring Mills now. They have no timeouts left, and Fort Hill has 2 left.
Our fourth quarter brought to you by on TV 10. Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, a family-owned full-service funeral home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson. Probably serving the area since 1880. And Ollie's VIP, Northside, the best local spot to catch sports or hang out with friends. Stop by 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. Ollie's VIP will see you for the game. So Spring Mills will inbound here on the baseline. 44-39. Cardinals leading. 1:44 to go in this fourth quarter, and having to clean up some water off the court that spilled during the timeout. Anderson gets it inbounds underneath to Thomas, and foul called against Stubbs on that baseline. So that will send Thomas to the line. Third foul against Stubbs.
I have this as Thomas's first chance to the charity stripe tonight.
Yeah, I do as well. And that free throw is perfect. Big fourth quarter for Thomas, now 7 points. And that one short, no good. It's a 6-point game. Fort Hill with the basketball. Plenty of time, don't have to go for the three. Mullery driving in. Tried to get it down to Stubbs, but it hit off of Thomas's leg. Ahead to Robinson. Robinson gets fouled on the layup attempt. Willis trying to contest. Robinson will head to the line. He had a nice second quarter where he picked up 4 points. His second trip to the line after having the and one earlier on the beautiful pass from Cheek. 45-39. Robinson's first free throw rolls around and in. 46-39 now. Second free throw is good as well. So 47-39. Now you probably have to get a three if you're Fort Hill. Try and get back into this ball game because you're going to have to foul on the offensive end. Nice look, though, underneath for Burns. Oh, they can't make the layup. Shot now, his three-pointer. Off the mark, no good. Rebound secured. Cheek in transition. And he'll get fouled and go to the line. Another nice rebound. We've seen Franklin with his length sky up for some boards. Him and Thomas been good on the glass for Spring Mills. 1:02 to go. Still a 1-and-1 situation with Cheek at the line. Free throws up and no good. Rebound, kicking out to Mullery for Fort Hill. He'll push in transition. Chat. Back to Mullery, top of the key. Bounce pass underneath the stubs, and he'll finish the easy layup. 6-point lead for Spring Mills. Anderson ahead to Robinson. Robinson driving in. Thomas. I wonder if they're waiting for it to get in Cheek's hands, and they will, and they'll foul Cheek because Cheek has struggled from the line all game. That is the fourth foul against Willis.
I have Cheek unofficially 3 for 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and no points here in the second half for Cheek after scoring 19 in the first. He misses that one, but this is 2 shots. As we are now at 10 fouls for Fort Hill. 2-possession ball game, 35 seconds, 47-41. Cheek's free throw, good. So lead back out to 7. Cheek with his first points of the second half, 20 now in the ball game. Mullery driving in. He struggled holding on to the basketball. And now a 7-point Spring Mills lead, and it's going to be tough for Fort Hill to come back. Burns nearly forces the turnover, hits the ball out of bounds. 48-41, Cheek will inbound. About 20 seconds to go in this one. Thomas catches it in the backcourt. He'll go to the line.
You can hear the Start the Buses chant going on from some students here at Spring Mills, as this one pretty close to being over.
Thomas knocks down that free throw. And second one comes up short. Mullery grabs the rebound. 49-41, 8-point lead. Chat back to Mullery. Down low to Burns. Burns' layup is good. 49-43 with just 3 seconds. Final seconds roll off. And the young Spring Mills Cardinals are going to start the season 2-0. 49-43 victory over Fort Hill. Colin, it was an interesting second half after the way Spring Mills exploded in that first half, but they find a way to win and hold on to get this one.
Yeah, Caleb Thomas put the team on his back in the second half and got 10 points, a couple blocks, and maybe he'll be the player of the game. I don't know yet. We'll see.
You got some time to think about it. We'll take a 2-minute break, and then we'll have the Palace Lounge postgame show. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
The Mid-Atlantic Group has been serving the area's insurance needs for 40 years. We are an independent insurance agency, therefore we can offer insurance from many insurance companies. Find the right coverage at the right price with Easy Payment Plan. Located at 201 West Martin Street in Martinsburg, the Mid-Atlantic Group is easily accessible from Morgan, Jefferson, and Berkeley County. To set up an appointment with a local insurance professional, give them a call today at 304-267-8989. That's the Mid-Atlantic Group at 201 West Martin Street in Martinsburg. Let them help insure you today.
It's now time for the postgame show. Our broadcast team will break down the final stats, look at final scores from around the state, and look ahead to upcoming broadcasts. Today's game is brought to you by
the Sutton and Janelle Law Firm, Ollie's VIP, Milestone Realty, the Palace Lounge, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, Cody's Auto Body, Modern Renovations, D&N Auto, Home Helpers of the Panhandle, Johnny's Express, the Mid-Atlantic Group, and Sunset Car Wash.
And now, let's send it back to our Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 broadcast team for the postgame show.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Coliseum. First Link, Colin McLaughlin here on the Palace Lounge postgame show as Spring Mills getting the win over Fort Hill by a final score of 49-43. The Palace Lounge located on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. And Colin, let's go through these game stats. We'll start with Fort Hill. Burns with 10. He led the way for them. Stubbs with 6. Willis with 11 points. 8 points from Chat. 6 from Mullery. 2 for Campbell. That totals up to 43. And then on the Spring Mills side of things, Cheek with 20, but 19 of them in the first half. Just 1 point coming in that fourth quarter. Thomas with 14. He had the big second half. So we'll see here in a few moments about Collins' player of the game. It's kind of up in the air right now. Robinson with 6, and then 9 from Franklin, totaling 49 points. And a good win for Spring Mills. Again, this young team building on some things and getting a quality win over Fort Hill. Those were your game stats brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer located on Route 11 South and Inwood, taking care of you like nobody's business. And a good first or second win of the season for Spring Mills to start the year 2-0. And both of them kind of close games, so this young team getting close games early in their season.
And both of them against out-of-state opponents. So nice to see some West Virginia schools getting wins against teams that you don't get to see much, since one's from Virginia and Millbrook, and now this one tonight against Fort Hill from Maryland. So congrats to the Spring Mills Cardinals. It was a fun time seeing this young team get a win. I almost said victory and win and combined it with Vin.
Get a win is always good, or a victory or a win. And a nice one for Spring Mills. And able to finish that game in the fourth quarter after that rough third quarter too, I think says a lot about how they were able to progress throughout the ball game, because they had a great first half and then came out kind of flat in that third quarter. Good defense by Fort Hill allowed them to get back in the ball game. Just 5 points in the third from Spring Mills, but closing it out in the fourth, and it came down to Thomas in that fourth quarter, really stepping up for them.
Yeah, and should we go into our awards, or you want to take another break?
We'll take one more break before we go into the awards. And on the Fort Hill side of things, again, their young team is, or not really a young team, they're a veteran team, but they're a team that hasn't practiced a whole lot due to football season being extended for them with the state championship. So let's take our final 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll get Collins awards, and we'll wrap things up here for Spring Mills High School.
Conveniently located at 440 Williamsport Pike in Martinsburg, Sunset Car Wash's staff specializes in keeping your car clean. From our famous 3-minute cloth wash to our touchless automatic and 6 self-serve bays, we offer whatever preference you have for your car wash needs. If your vehicle could talk, it would say, "Take me to Sunset Car Wash." That's Sunset Car Wash at 440 Williamsport Pike in Martinsburg, locally owned and operated.
During Happy Honda Days, discover the joys of the season with unforgettable trips in an Accord, Pilot, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR on the 2021 Honda Accord and 0% APR on the 2022 Pilot or HR-V. Find your perfect Honda this season. Visit your local Honda dealer today or shop online.
This is my kind of holiday.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA's, moving life forward.
See dealer for financing details.
Primary care is our primary focus at WVU Medicine Family Medicine in Berkeley Springs. Our board-certified physicians, Dr. Pamela Corantillo and Dr. Amanda Michael, are committed to providing top-quality primary care close to home for patients of all ages, including infants, children, adults, and seniors. If you are searching for a pediatrician or family medicine doctor in the Berkeley Springs area, Dr. Corantillo and Dr. Michael are accepting new patients. To schedule an appointment at WVU Medicine Family Medicine in Berkeley Springs, call 304-258-8824.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
Welcome back to the Palace Lounge post-game show. The Palace Lounge located on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out their menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. We already did our game stats, so Colin, let's get into your player. Oh, we'll start from the bottom, work our way up, Colin. We'll go to your moment of the game.
The Parsons Ford moment of the game. Parsons Ford on 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsfordofmartinsburg.com. They became number one by making you number one first. And my moment of the game is that beautiful no-look pass there by Keyshawn Sheik early in the game, getting it to Caleb Robinson on the block to put up a quick two-pointer. Just things like that from young players is pretty cool to see.
Yeah, Keyshawn Cheek had a few moments of the game, especially in that first half. Also had a nice and one where he split the defense. So that's your moment of the game, brought to you by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsfordofmartinsburg.com. They became a number one by making you number one first, Parsons. All right, let's get the rejection of the game. We gave it out during the game, but just to make sure that that's still your one choice.
Yes, it is. Caleb Thomas's block against Anthony Burns there around the 4-minute mark in the fourth quarter. If you missed it and want to see it again, go back on WRNR TV on YouTube and watch it because it went into the first row of the bleachers.
All right, that's your Cody's Body Shop rejection of the game, brought to you by Cody's Body Shop at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. And then finally, Colin, your player of the game, which really you can have player of each half if you want because it's kind of tough to go for a full game, but give me the player of the game.
It's still tough for me between Keyshawn Cheek and Caleb Thomas. Keyshawn Cheek had that almost perfect first half, except for a couple free throws. Almost had the half court and total at 20 points in the game, but at the same time, Caleb Thomas put the team on his back there in the second half when Fort Hill was making the comeback and scored 10 points in the second half. I honestly don't know who to give it to. Am I allowed to give it to both?
You could, but how about I save you? And we'll give it to Caleb Thomas because he had the blocks as well, the good defensive presence.
I'm all
He's
for
our
it.
player of the game, brought to you by WVU
Any complaints
Medicine.
can be sent to Nick Versalini.
I mean, look, they both had a good game, but I'll go with the overall defensive presence as well. Brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. So that will do it for us, our portion of the postgame show. A good win for Spring Mills tonight, 49-43 over Fort Hill. For John Allerton, Harry Brown, Colin McLaughlin, I'm Nick Versalini. Spencer Dupuis is back in the studio. He'll have the home helpers of the Eastern Panhandle and one postgame show on the other side of this break. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Whether you're heading to a high school, college, or professional football game, Johnny's has all your tailgating go-tos. Delicious wings, meatballs, shrimp, burgers, and dogs. Plus, Johnny's has everything you need to serve it all up. Party trays, utensils, plates, cups, and more. Stop by either of our two great locations, 1456 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, and Route 11 South in Chambersburg.
Did you know there are two Santas? It's true. There's bad Santa and there's good Santa. How does one Santa get bad tagged onto his name? And how does the other Santa get good tagged onto his name? Hi, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers. Here's the difference. Bad Santa delivers things like appliances to women on Christmas morning, or dishes or towels. Bad Santa has delivered snow shovels, jumper cables, and even car care kits. Good Santa delivers gifts that makes her eyes get very big, make her pulse go very fast, make her heart very excited. Good Santa's gifts bring kisses and hugs and all kinds of things very fun. Women love Good Santa, and at Bechtel Jewelers, Good Santa has stocked our cases with those kinds of gifts. Pendants and bracelets and earrings and rings, diamonds and gemstones that sparkle and shine. Santa baby, you rock the house. Give the woman you love the good stuff. Don't be a bad Santa. Be good, really good, at Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South in Inwood, home of Good Santa.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome into the WRNR TV 10 studios here in Martinsburg for the And One post-game scoreboard show brought to you by Home Helpers Home Care of the Panhandle, serving the tri-state area, giving care the way you want to be cared for. Learn more by calling 304-433-8000. That game, obviously not a great game for Spring Mills. Had to settle defensively to get the victory in that one after a great first half, a sluggish second half. Still not able to get the Hedgesville-Allegheny game. Hopefully we'll have that for you tomorrow on the Sports Mix. But Shepherd women get the 71-51 victory over Pitt Johnstown, and Marley McLaughlin, graduate student guard out of Haymarket, Virginia, scored a game-high 22 points, and I believe she eclipsed the 1,000-point mark for her career, has 1,020 points in the men's game right now, down to the wire, I believe, as it's 65-61 as time expires. Shepherd most likely on the losing end of that one. You'll hear more of that on the Sports Mix tomorrow, but some national headlines as Steph Curry hits his second three-point shot of the night. He breaks Ray Allen's mark for most three-pointers in a career in NBA history, and here is that call.
Once again, Alec Burks guarding him from the start. Wiggins again. Here's Curry for the record. It's good! There it is! Stephen Curry, the all-time three-point king in the NBA.
Thanks to TNT for the call there. Steph Curry now is the all-time three-point leader in the NBA. That'll about wrap it up for here. Again, your final: Spring Mills 49, Fort Hill 43. Spring Mills advances to, I believe, 3-0 on the season now. 2-0 on the season, Their next contest will be, let's find it. Their next contest will be Friday, December 17th at Lindsley. So that'll do it here from TV10 WRNR Studios in Martinsburg. Again, this has been the Home Helpers Home Care of the Panhandle and One post-game scoreboard show brought to you by Home Helpers Home Care of the Panhandle, serving the Eastern Panhandle area, giving care the way you want to be cared for. Learn more by calling 304-433-8000. For Harry Brown, John Alderton, Colin McLaughlin, Nick Verzolini, I'm Spencer Puig saying so long, and we'll talk to you tomorrow on the Sports Mix. We'll also have girls basketball tomorrow night, Hampshire at Musselman.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
the Berkeley County Health Department, Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, Hagerstown Ford, The Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, CMA Honda, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Smallwood and Small Insurance, and WVU Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center, and Jefferson Medical Center.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.